I just did a full 30 minutes of talking about dreams. And I thought I was recording myself, but I wasn't. So I'm going to start over. And I'm going to talk about night traumas, night sweats, night terrors, comas, and other traumatic things that occur during the night when you think you're resting and your body's actually reaching for help. Okay. So your time of sleep is your time to reboot and repair. Okay. And if you're not getting that sleep as a caregiver, and I just listened to several perceptions on near death experiences of people that have been in comas or post trauma events and have recovered. And what I learned, not only from listening to these, but only from taking care of people that were dying, taking care of myself during some extreme episodes of detoxing with a parasite cleanse and other cleanses. I had black mold growing through my body. And so I had yeast overgrowth and a lot of things that were going on, and these can affect your mental status. But some of the things that you need to be aware of is what's going on around you. And this woman, her experience with a coma was that she saw lights and darkness, and she saw these specific things. She had gone to the state of Washington to help somebody get through leukemia. And there was, he got very sick and he died. And the woman that was actually helping him also broke her foot, and this woman was helping them both, and she was not taking care of herself. And so she ended up in the hospital with RDS, which is like respiratory failure, and she had all kinds of issues. Now, I say most of the people that go into the hospital, have surgery, or have any health related issue are already immune depressed, and they possibly have an overgrowth of an infection, bacterial, viral, fungal, or parasite. So, some of these people that come in, then they go through surgery. And I worked as a nurse in the surgical intensive care unit, ended up with psychosis after surgery. Many of the patients were given medications to calm the tremors that they went through. The operating room was cold, and then they would bring you back into a room. Your body has to accommodate these changes with temperature. So if you're nutritionally challenged, it makes it 10 times worse. And this woman, in her experience, she would smell things and she would like, oh my gosh, I need to eat. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. They won't feed me. She heard laughter. She heard all kinds of things. And there were lights that would come on. And then all of a sudden she'd say it was dark. Well, sometimes during those states of sepsis or coma or whatever you're going through, this woman was induced into a coma, but still you can become agitated, and people we used to sedate people when they were agitated. So those episodes that she was experiencing might have been from sedation or from other things that were going on around her. And it was her perception while she was in that diseased state of what was going on. Now, sometimes there's spiritual things that come to us in those weakened states, and there are people from our life that come into us, and sometimes it's from the past. People have said that they've had an old aunt or an uncle. They're ready. Their body is in that spirited state of, maybe I'm dying. I'm going to go on to the next place, and this is going to be with relatives that I know that I've already passed on before me. So I am not going to delete any spirituality around this, because I believe that spiritual angels and beings are either among us in the living, or maybe beyond us. And sometimes we accept that realm of where are we going to be? And sometimes you're in that in-between state. And so when you're dying, even hospice teaches and preaches that sometimes you have to let that person go to that other place. And it's that release from the living. No longer are they with the actual place where all the activity is. They need to be in a space to be released to the new place. Okay, so that's during hospice. But I don't want anybody to have to go through hospice early. You don't have to go into that place. Somebody's going to give you a diagnosis that says you have this, 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 and this is the way it's going to be, and this is your prognosis. They can't tell you that. Only you can decide what you're going to do from this point on. Now, I had acute pancreatitis twice. The first time I lost 35 pounds, and the second time I lost 60 pounds. This was just not about pancreatitis. This was about overgrowth of mold, black mold, Epstein-Barr virus, mono, also the herpes virus, which sits inside of our nerve cells in several ways, and there's several families of the herpes virus, and sometimes it's shingles. I used to have horrific pain. I mean, I couldn't lay down. I couldn't eat. It hurt so bad. But that's when you're nutritionally depleted and your body is literally shutting down because you're overwhelmed with what's going on around you. So in these episodes, night traumas, night terrors, night sweats, dreams. Sometimes people are dreaming all day long. And they can't separate the dream from reality. So these are places of understanding, first of all, what your food is, where you are with your routines daily, and what you need to support yourself in your well-being, and how to get to places that just are blocking you from it. And understanding your boundaries with people and places, and the 5 W's and the 5 points of awareness. My 5 points of awareness talks about those different areas in your life. Finances, I don't have in my 5 points of awareness, but it is a great big part of it because it's a part of relationships with money. Okay, so that's my relationship finger. And then the 5 W's is about your eating habits and what those are all about. You can create your own 5 W's, but I created 5 W's. And then the boundary is with your portion size. Okay, so our boundaries are here, and we have 5 W's and we have 5 points of awareness. So moving forward, I would love to hear your experiences with dreams and nightmares, night sweats, night terrors, anything. And if your children are going through this, you need to know you need to support their immune system. Maybe they just need a rest. Maybe they need a rest from all the activity. And during the holidays, lots of kids get sick. Usually from October to December, all this stuff, it starts acting up with the Halloween candy. So, we got to take this into our hands, put your hands on the wheel, okay? You're in charge, you're driving, nobody else is. You can find spiritual guidance for strength, but you're driving that wheel. Get your chakras in order, chakras in there, usually follow the endocrine system. Have a great day. Would love to hear from you and would love to work with you. So subscribe to my channel, click the bell, and if you want to hear any more from me, and also if you'd like to work with me, I'll put a link in my bio for you to contact me and schedule an appointment. Have a great day. Thanks.